Hello, welcome to Unit 5, Section 3, the marketing mix. We have touched upon this already because it's the 4 Ps of marketing. Now what you will see is there's a lot of information on the following slides, but I will pick out the most important thing, and the reason there's a lot of information on there is so when I drop it onto Teams later for your revision purposes, you have as much of the information as you need. So what will we cover in this section of work? Okay, we'll learn what the meaning of the marketing mix, the need for a business to create a successful marketing mix, how the marketing mix is used to inform and implement business decisions, factors that affect the marketing mix, and how the marketing mix may change over time. Now, there aren't going to be any key terms because they'll come up over the next few lessons, and we've also covered quite a bit of the key terms of marketing regardless. So without marketing, a business will be unable to sell its product because it really cannot meet its customers' needs, because it's not really finding out what they want, how they're going to access their advertising, where they shop, where they're going to sell it, the proper price for it. So if they don't really gather this information, then they're not going to be able to help their customers and increase their sales, increase their profit. So it's a really essential part of any particular business. And the way they go about marketing to their customers is what we refer to as the marketing mix. Now, we've already come across the marketing mix. We've already written some things in our books, but it's basically the 4 Ps of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. Now, this is just an intro to the marketing mix, and what we'll do is we'll break them down individually over the next 3 or 4 lessons. Okay. A business must make sure that they get their components right. Okay, so they maybe some products that they're promoting need to have more focus on advertising, or they need to concentrate more on where they're going to sell it. Or if a business like Apple, who pretty much don't really think about what their customers are asking for because maybe they don't know yet, because it's kind of new products, they're going to concentrate more on developing the product features. Okay, so certain types of products, certain kinds of services require the different elements: product, price, place, promotion, to have more focus or more of an importance in the marketing mix. Now, how they go about selecting the proper marketing mix depends on a lot of things. So it's going to depend probably on the size of the business, how much money they have, the reputation of the product, service, or just the business itself, maybe what the competitors are doing, and really sort of their customers. So it could be what they want, but it could also be how much purchasing power they have. Okay, so just to break it down a little bit for you, marketing mix. Okay, so when we're talking about the product, what we mean is the business need to consider the quality, the range of products they have, the features, design, differentiation, the kind of packaging they have, the branding, its unique selling point, and what it does for after-sales service. When we're talking about price, what business think about is how much it costs to make the product or supply the service, prices that are charged by the competitors, and what different pricing techniques they're going to use. Now, we don't need to know the different pricing techniques this year, but you just need to understand what we mean by that. Okay, so by promotion, business need to consider how much to spend on it, what promotion method to use, be it like billboards, advertising, what media to use, the style, the images, who their target market is, and how they're going to use technology properly, which is obviously real important now in the age of sort of social media. When we talk about place, what we mean is how the businesses are going to reach their customers. So they select the right outlet to sell at, where they're going to sell it geographically, different channels of distribution. Do you go direct to customer? Do you go via shops? Do you go via wholesalers, etc.? How they're going to use the internet and e-commerce in order to reach their customers. Okay, the right marketing mix in turn creates a marketing strategy. And you could call a marketing strategy kind of marketing aims and objectives. Okay, so these marketing aims and objectives are going to feed in and help businesses achieve their actual objectives. So let's say, for example, they want to increase sales. They might adjust the mix in order to achieve that. So maybe they're going to increase their promotion, or maybe to sell in new places. So the marketing mix is really important if you want to meet your business's actual objectives. What's really important when considering the marketing mix is you have to remember that there's the interdependence of business. Now, we touched upon this way back in Unit 1, but basically it means that all the functions of a business, finance, human resources, marketing, production, all these are kind of intertwined, and what happens in one is going to have an impact on the other one. Okay, so for example, if you wanted to increase sales, well, you're obviously going to have to produce more, aren't you? So that's going to have a real impact on maybe your production team and what they need to make. Okay, in turn, that might impact human resources to sort of make sure they've got the right staff in or got the enough staff in. They'll also need to think about how it impacts the financial situation of the business. Okay, so maybe if you want to increase promotion or you want to sell in a brand new country, this has a financial implication for the business. Okay, it's going to cost them more to do all these things. So that's what you need to remember, is that marketing has a huge impact on the other functions and other departments within the business. Okay, and then final slide on here is that what you got to remember is that some markets are pretty static, and the marketing mix and the kind of advertising and where they sell it isn't really going to sell that, isn't going to really change that much. So you probably think of things like, I don't know, cereals or bread, and all of these have pretty much stayed static probably for the last century. But some industries, particularly technology ones, they have to change and review their marketing mix constantly and make sure they've got the right mix, because fierce competition. Their customers are going to have different needs and wants and so on. Okay, so they have to be aware of not only what their competitors are doing, but also changes to things like incomes and adapt to that properly. So what I'd like you to do today now is I'd like you to go through the questions on the marketing mix just so we're real clear. So for the next few lessons, we can really just hammer out product, price, place and promotion, which are real clear on what all those are, and get this unit absolutely smashed. Okay, best of luck. Any questions, ask your teacher and she can post it up on Teams. Okay, thank you.